Thank you to Athletic Greens for sponsoring today's video.
If anybody's feeling insecure about themselves and they don't like the way that they look, or they're having challenges with how, they perceive themselves or how others perceive them, just remember, if you feel good inside and you're healthy and you're working hard and you can do all of the things that you want to do, that's literally all that matters at the end of the day.
Good morning, guys. What's up? What's happening? Welcome back to my channel. I thought we could start the new year with a really light topic to discuss. Nothing that makes us feel really weird on the inside, which is body image. I think it's a safe bet to assume that most of us don't love our bodies. There's probably parts of your body that you love and that you're proud of. And there's other parts that you were extremely insecure about. I'll go first here. For me, it's always been my butt. I don't have this peachy, juicy booty that is sort of the ideal butt. But I had this moment a year ago where I came out of the shower and instead of reaching for a towel and covering myself up, I looked myself in the mirror and I don't know what prompted me to do this, but I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, I love my body. Hearing those words into my ear holes was kind of what I needed to fully embrace my shape and my form, to just love myself, that little extra bit. It's so tough being a human right now. We are just like Instagram, for example. It's we go on there and we see these beautiful, tight Shawn Mendes physiques. So it's tough when you compare yourself to all these people and you're constantly seeing this imagery that it's just oh, oof. What makes it even tougher too is that we have these hard numbers from Instagram that proves that sex sells. So if I go onto my Instagram and I post a picture of me shirtless, I know for a fact that that photo outperforms other pictures. I have to make sure that I can maintain this, because if I lose this body, if this body changes, I'm going to be loved less. That's so twisted. I think a lot of our insecurities also stem from our adolescence, our weird teenage years where our bodies are developing. And during that time, I feel like my body was so underdeveloped compared to kids my age. I was a super, super bony kid. Skinny bones. What's up, skinny bones? I hated it. I always felt like I was so physically inadequate to others my age. It was a weird complex that I still have to this day. And so I remember when I was 17, I was I'm so sick and tired of being the skinny kid. So I started to go lift weights at the YMCA every day after school. And a year went by and I was cool. I like my body now. I felt so much more confident. My friend's dad was a photographer. We had this idea of going to the gym and him taking photos of us while we were there. I think that was when I just started working out. I was I got big arms, baby. Guys, it's that part of the video where we're gonna show a little love to today's sponsor. AG1 by Athletic Greens is a daily supplement that has me super duper excited about simplifying my health routine. It has 75 different ingredients, including vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. As someone who doesn't drink caffeine regularly, my diet is the source of my energy. So if I eat poorly, my energy just depletes. Not only does AG1 provide me with my daily nutrients, but it also gives me a boost of energy. It's sustained throughout the entire day. Going into this new year, I think we're all trying to figure out a way to do a little bit more for our bodies and our health. I've been drinking this every morning for the last 3 months with my peanut butter toast. It's just something I just built into my routine. AG1 is also packed with adaptogens, including magnesium, which helps with muscle recovery. And it helps support the body's normal detoxification process. Not to mention, it also supports healthy skin and hair. It's not just for athletes, it's literally for anybody who's just trying to get more nutrients in their body. You can either have one of these little travel packs, or you can just take one scoop of this bad boy. Add 8 to 12 ounces of water. Give it a little shake. It tastes kind of sweet and minty at the same time. Get your greens on, girl. Go to athleticgreens.com/MarkEMiller to get started on your order. Athletic Greens is gonna give you guys a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. A few days ago, I sat down with Mr. Donny Heath and we talked all things body. So enjoy.
Is that coffee or is that mountains?
Your height has always kind of played into the fact that like
Yeah.
it's always made you feel skinnier, right?
Yeah, like a giraffe, like a zebra, like like one of those tall animals where it's just like, why is that person so lengthy? Like, yes, yeah, one of those.
At one point, did your the shape of your body like start to impact your mental health?
Oh man, I mean that's probably earlier than what I remember, but like when I remember it was high school. I feel like it like that's when like maybe even middle school kind of precipitated a little bit. Like I didn't really do anything about it in middle school, but I think in high school that's when I became like more self-aware and I was like I want to like look good, and maybe that's when I was like I guess I probably like started like, oh girls like and
Yeah.
so I think that might have been at the point when I started to become more self-aware of my body. Also, people started calling me anorexic at that point in my life. So that was, I was skinny, man. I was tall.
Yeah.
I was skinny. I was, ran cross country. It was like, of course, you was going to be, like that. So I don't know. It was one of those things where like it did stick with me for a while, like subconsciously. And even now, it's like, I think about like, how, I want to gain weight. I want to eat more. I want to do more. And I want to look better than I do now. And it's just weird how those things kind of follow you in life.
Do you want to share like your biggest insecurity with us?
I have a pretty like normal torso to like head, but like my legs are just like super long, and so I've always been super insecure about I've been super self-secure about my legs, but insecure about my legs and just being skinny in general. I think it's a lot of times it's just kind of genetics, man. It's like how you're born, and so you're almost like fighting the natural rhythm of your body to like make yourself look unnatural because you want to attain an unnatural version of yourself. And so my body says like, hey, you're a skinnier guy, maybe you should be skinnier, and my mind is telling me no, don't do that, go eat ice cream so you look like The Rock, which I'm never going to look like. And I think it should be more celebrated, our natural bodies. And I think we are, man. I think every day I'm surprised at where we are as a society of like celebrating that. It's like you see so much more just like representation of all different sorts of body types, sizes, shapes, colors, forms, whatever it is. And I think that's amazing. Like that's how it should be. And that's, I think, how you get over most of this is not get over, but how you normalize bodies is normalizing it in every day, what you interact with, what you see, whether that's Instagram or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got rid of Instagram, though. It's just like, man, that's not ideal, man. That's the ideal body, but it's not the ideal body. That's the unrealistic body. So you got to surround yourself with positive imagery of what's real.
I also chatted with my friend JP about his journey to self-love and just on how to be a little nicer to yourself.
But when I was in middle school, I was like the kid that would like wear their shirt when they would go swimming, because I was very aware that I was a bigger girl. I remember selling a pair of pants at a garage sale with my mom once, and I could stand inside one of the legs. Those like commercials where they show people like holding the pants up next to their body. I was like a big kid in part of high school, and then I got skinny really quick because I got tall. And then when I went to college, I kind of like started working out and like, but I also ate a lot more. And so my body already kind of like being bigger was prone to gaining weight really quickly. And so I kind of like went through this like ebb and flow in college and all the way out of college too, where my body would look good and then it would look really terrible. And it was just like always up and down. So I think it's been like a drawn out journey of just really understanding everything about just wellness, not like fitness, but like just overall holistic wellness for like food, body, soul, everything, and just like aligning myself in every area.
Are you willing to share with us a part of your body that you are probably most insecure about?
Weirdly enough, the thing that I've found that most people compliment me on are my legs, like my quads and my calves and stuff, like just my leg area. But it actually is like so uncomfortable. I hate how large they are. They're just very big. I don't ever really work on them at all. They've always got that's where I store most of my fat. So while they look like big and muscular, it's actually not what it seems. And so I get really uncomfortable just with them in general, but Yeah, it's probably like I have a lot of insecurity with them. Like when I wear tight jeans or pants or something, it's just very rare. I have to fight myself internally, my own internal monologue to like change my perspective on how I show self love and how I like push myself out there to be more confident and own my body in a way that I've never done before. So that's it.
That was a really beautiful answer. Thank you for sharing.
Some of the healthiest people I know that can hold a yoga pose longer than anybody I know, that can crunch, do weights, anything, run. They are some of the biggest people I know. Like they're larger and they just have a bigger build. You know, I feel like a lot of people get hung up on this idea of like a physique or an image of how you're supposed to look when you're healthy and like in good shape, but it just isn't. That's not true. You know, like it comes in so many different varieties. And so if anybody's feeling insecure about themselves and they don't like the way that they look, or they're having challenges with how, you know, they perceive themselves or how others perceive them, just remember, like, if you feel good inside and you're healthy and you're working hard and you can do all the things that you want to do, that's literally all that matters at the end of the day.
Whether it's losing weight or gaining weight, I feel like we all get to a point where we're just so tired of like chasing this version of ourselves. And at what point are we just gonna be able to look in the mirror and say, I love my body? Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to grab some merch, I have a store, markedwardmiller.com. Just remember, you are enough, baby. You are magic. You are sexy. I love you, and I'll see you in a bye.
You give yourself the permission to change the way that you think about yourself.
Well, I just think that even myself, like I've always wanted to lose like that extra 10 pounds or 15 pounds or something. And I do it, and then sometimes the weight will come back, and I have to realize or think to myself, well, why the heck am I constantly wanting to lose like that 10 or 15? Why can't I just be happy with my body image the way it is? All right, honey, have a great day. I love you.
I love you too. Thanks for contributing to the cause.
Oh, yeah, stop. All right, bye, babe.
Love you, bye.